everyone, I'm working on the front inside part of the journal that we've all been working on here. So I had an idea. Instead of doing what Crafty by Tony did, I wanted to do sort of a Marauders Map kind of looking thing. So right now I have this is like one of the door inserts, so it folds out and everything, but I am going through with some oh goodness, I have it right in front of me and I don't even know, I forgot what it's called. Pattern paper, or the patterns for making this. I got that off of I went to like kind of like a thrift place, but it was sort of different. It was really cool, but it was like thrift antique kind of place. And they had those for like $1. So I just got one of them, and I got like an intricate one because I wanted more of the lines. And I got this a long time ago, not knowing what I was going to use it for. Obviously art purposes. Not making a wedding dress or anything like that from the 80s, but it's looking kind of cool so far. I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'll come back when I'm done with this part and show you what's next. Hey everyone, so I'm back again. So this part I'm still working on. There are some like blank spaces, obviously, because it's a wedding gown, so there's going to be like, the big skirt part and everything. But in the blank spaces, I put this stamp on it because it kind of looks like, when it's all chopped up and stuff, it could look like plans for a building or something like that, hallways and walkways and whatnot. And I used archival ink in Ground Espresso. I only have the small one. So that when I put the, what is this called? Medium. I had to refill this, so this is not gel medium anymore. I mean, it's medium, but it's not the jelly consistent. It's more like glue consistency. So yeah, I've been using that because I ran out of that and I didn't want to use the gloss one. So yeah, I'm doing the inside of the book right now. I have the two other parts and plus the inside part of this over there that I'm going to finish up. One of them's finished already, but I gotta fold it and everything. Well, not really finished, but because I still gotta do inking and then see if I want to do another layer of something else. But so far there's 2 layers. There's the regular layer of the what's this called again? This paper, the sewing templates, and then I put another layer of the sewing templates that I stamped on top of it. This one I I covered with white paper because they were originally, the black cardstock, and then I stamped that first, and then I went over with the template paper, sewing template paper. I'm pretty sure that's not the word. But I also have this stencil that is kind of like a computer grid. Here, let me grab it real quick. It's this one, and it's like, what is it? Is this called? Short Circuit by Americana. And it kind of looks like, when not all together, pathways and stuff like that. So I chose to add that as well. Oopsie daisies. So yeah, I'll keep coming back and showing you how it's going. All right, so I drew out a little template for little feet here. And so I'm making the little feet with the black painted paper. And so this is what I have so far. So I'm trying to cover the magnets with either one of these little booklet thingies or one of the feet. And so it goes like this, and then it'll open, and there's a little booklet, there's a magnet underneath there, and there's a magnet underneath there. So that closes. Then what was I gonna do? Okay. That closes, and then there is going to be another magnet right here. There's a magnet down here as well that closes from the other side, because there's a magnet right here that closes that. And right here on the other side, there is a magnet. Oh, there's a magnet here. That's for that one. It gets confusing. And there is no magnet here, so I could, let's see. There's a magnet there already. That one already closes. That closes, that closes. So this side's fine. It's just this one that's missing one. So I'll just put one right here, unless I want to put one right here. I could put some shoes here. Yeah, maybe I'll put some shoes here, because that'd be a lot if there's another booklet right here too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some shoes here. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna put the magnet over here. See if that works. Yep. Using a lot of magnets. So I do have a lot, and I've had these for a very long time, so I guess better use it, right? Use it or lose it. I can always order more too from Etsy. All right, so I'm making more shoes. So that's what I'm doing currently. And then this one will be able to close this side. Whoops. So I gotta put another pair of shoes here to finish this side of the map booklet. I don't want to call it a Marauders map, but it is built or designed to like the same design, but obviously not the same. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. So I will come back when I have more. So I have an idea, and we're gonna do some trial things and see if it works. So I was taking out my stamps and putting this together because I wanted it to have, like, I wanted to use my gates here that I've had for such a long time, and I've tried on multiple different projects, but it just never worked. But here it works perfectly. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I have this big button and I inked it up, so it kind of looked like an eye to me once I put this jewel. So it's like a dragon's eye or something, you know. Yeah. So then I have this, which this is not going to be blue, it's going to be red once I'm done with it, to match the color scheme of this red in the background as well. But I haven't glued these down yet or anything, but I was thinking I would put these gates here with obviously this in the back, because I wanted a way for it to hold the gate and the eye together when these things are down. And I have an idea for this too, and it involves a lot of cutting to make dragon scales. So yeah, this is a bit much, but I'm having fun doing it, so that's what I was planning on doing. So anyway, I was trying to figure out what stamp I wanted, if I wanted a stamp, and then I saw these because I was thinking like maybe the lion would look cool there if I put a lion, like a golden lion right there, which would look cool. But then I thought maybe I could just put the lions in the corner and do some like reverse stamping. And I saw these wings and I was like, oh my God, that's perfect. And then if I put the eye there, it looks like, boom, it looks good to me anyway. So I wanted to do the black wings, of course, with gold. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, because if I do it on, I want it to be like see-through like this, but I just have some acetate from packaging, and I don't know if it's going to work, because this might melt with the heat gun, but we'll try it. Otherwise, I have tissue, and then I could put it on something, or we can use vellum. But then vellum is not that see-through, but it still might look good. Those were my thoughts. So we're gonna get cracking on it and see what works out. See how this all works out here. So this is just from, it's Tim Holtz older stamps, had the insert that went with their stamps, which I do like the way that they do their stamps now, but it's kind of cool to have the inserts so you can kind of like see where they're going. I need to tape that back up, but yeah, that's for another time. All right, so I'll put my eyeball back over here and move this aside. That's some room to create. So let's see. I want to stamp on here. And do the least messed up area. Maybe I'll find a better one if I can, if this will work. You know what I mean? And I do have lots of acetate sheets in my stash, but I just wanted to see if this works. And if it does work, then I'll take that effort. All right, let's do it this way, I guess. Okay. So first you put down where you kind of want it. I wonder if this will look better over here. Yeah, because the crack is like right there. And then I could kind of avoid it if I do it that way. Let's keep this on here. All right, so I'm going to use VersaFine. Whoops. Okay, move that aside. And I'm using VersaFine because it's sticky, or it stays wet longer too. And I think it will work with the embossing. I'm not entirely sure that if that's what it's supposed to. Yeah, I don't know. But that's what I'm using it for. All right. Looks like it got a good image. And now I'm going to grab a piece of paper. And then I have gold here. Since I did black background, I want to see if the gold will work. It's like a, whoops. Just go ahead and dump the whole thing on there, Cynthia. Well, it's not a clean one, but yeah, that works. If you just flick it off, and then all right, and I have my other heat gun. I use the Tim Holtz one for like, unravel this. This is very raveled. Drying stuff, but I like this one for actual heat embossing. So we'll see if this will. Yeah, it's already melting it. Yep, that's not gonna work. It's already melting it. Well, that one down. I know there's heat safe, but I don't have any, so I wonder if this stuff will come off still. Yep. All right, I am just going to cut that off and throw it away. We tried. So now I am going to put it on this and see. No, not this one. I'm going to do the white one. Nope. Where's it? This tissue. Because this tissue, like, will completely dissolve into the background. I'm going to get some vellum too so that we can do that as well, since the other one failed. I buy it in bulk at Amazon because I use this for like making well, I guess I don't need that. Making my books that I keep my excuse me, what am I trying to say? Keep my ephemera in like this, and I use the vellum to store them because I like to see what I'm looking at. Anyway, we are going to cut this. Excuse me. Alright, that's big enough. And then And just for good measure, we'll do one out of this one too. I think there should be enough right here. Hopefully. Get that out of the way. Okay, we are going to stamp this on all 3 of them. Well, I guess one at a time so we can heat them up and stuff. So we're just gonna try it. Let's see, does that fit all of it? Yep. Looks good. All right, do this again. All right, heat set this one. I need to hold it down so it don't blow away. Ooh, pretty. Wow, that is pretty. Ooh, yeah, very pretty. Okay, and we wanted to do it on 2 other ones. We'll try this tissue first. Trying to not put it on the bumpy area of the tissue. And I hope that's enough. Out of the way. Let's see. Has to be enough. I was like, where'd it go? Okay, I have a feeling it's going to go through the tissue, so I'm going to want to put something underneath it. Guess I could use wax paper too, but Whoop. Oh, okay. I have to stamp it away. Okay. Don't know if it'll work on tissue, but we're about to find out. Ooh, it does. Okie dokie. Let's see how this turns out. Okay. Ooh. Looks like it missed some down here. Let me get something. Like down there. But let's see. It'll grab it. Yep. Well, sort of. We'll see. You can always re-stamp it again. A little bit better. It's kind of cool looking. This one has it like totally covered. Maybe I'll try one more time. Just this little edge right here. The problem is with this paper not being straight, it's not gonna lay straight, so I'd rather keep it like it is. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? I'm gonna need to cut this again. Go. The reason why I'm using black is I kind of wanted the black to come through, but I do like the gold too. this gold, I think, came with like those kits at Michael's for like, I think it was like a Valentine like card kit. Oh, that looks cool. And I thought it was going to be like a darkish, more darkish gold, but turns out it's like a true gold, which is pretty nice too. So let's see. All right. Oops. Wait, not working. Okay. So put that aside. Probably should close that before I make a huge mess. All right, where did my cakes go? So we have that. And then if I fussy cut that and kind of glue that on there, that will look maybe cool. Or I would do this on, I know it would show up on transparent paper, but we could always try it and see what it looks like. And then this too would be like the same concept of using it to glue onto paper. I'm gonna try this one and see how it works. So we're gonna take this transparency and yeah, that's enough. So I have watercolor in here that I can use to grab this out of here. All right. Some water in there. Oh, how was I going to do this? This way? I will do it this way. This way. some glue. Alright, I'm just gonna lay some on here. Probably can't even see that. I don't even know. I'll grab another piece of paper. This is from an old resume I was cleaning up. I don't know if you can, if that's better. Kind of, I think. Besides, there's a little hair underneath there. Cat hair. All right. A little bit more on the bottom. I'm hoping, but not sure if it's actually going to do it. But I'm hoping that it will. I don't think it's gonna. It might turn out to be just like the vellum. Well, we'll let that dry and we'll be right back. Okay, so this dried, but I want to try something else. And I painstakingly cut this out. I'm going to cut out this middle part too, but I'm going to do this first. Or should I do this way? Or should I do this way? I want to see, this doesn't have enough. This one, or this one. I don't think this one's big enough. No, so it has to be one of these two. Let's do this one with this one, and then I'll do this one with this one. Right? Yes, like just. I'll just turn it this way. Okay. So this one, I wanted to see what happens if we did ink the edges black. Oops. And I'm going to do black soot because that will turn the glue kind of black too. This might be a mistake. I'm not sure, but I want to do it this way. Let's see. See how it turns out. Kind of like black feathers, maybe. I'm hoping. We will see how it turns out. So this one, I don't know. Some of them are really flaky, or if I just had them for like a very long time, the foamies ink is on. Kind of like it with the black curled edges like over here. Let's see. Okay. And do that. And then glue this on like that. try to go fast because it seems like it dries faster on the plastic. So this wasn't like tissue per se. It was well, not tissue, like it was wrapping tissue, not table tissue kind of thing. And then I'm not going to use that for the other one. We'll stick this to the side here. Then this one, I'm going to use, oh, I wanted to cut this part out first. Let's move this. Just, you know, hoping and praying I don't screw this up. Kind of do the best you can. Very finicky. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to use this glue to put it on here instead of the other glue. Kind of have to work as fast as you can because this glue does dry fast. So Some already drying. This does look cool. I will say so. I put some glue under some that didn't really. Yeah. Oh, it's dumb. Looks pretty good. So that's that. Rub the glue has dried off too. And all the glitter. That looks cool. All right, so I'm not sure about that. If I cut this out too, like this, it will look the same as the vellum I'm thinking, except for it won't have the transparency behind it. I'm gonna cut it out and see what it looks like. Okie dokie. Use these ones first. This. Just gonna do a quick cutout of it so I can see what it looks like without all the messy glue around it. So not bad. This one's still kind of wet, so I will cut that out when that's dry. So yeah, not bad at all. I can fussy cut that out like I did this one and then still use it on something. Ooh, the back looks cool. You can still see some of the gold come through too. All right, let me, oh yeah, we were gonna do the dragon too. I mean the dragon. The other one. Let me get some water on this and then I'll be right back. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so I have to get my stamp chamois too. This is from Simon Says Stamp. No, Lawn Fawn. Kind of see it in the corner, but I got it off of Simon Says Stamp website. Back when I used to buy a bunch of their stamps. And it cleans the stamps pretty darn good. So I'm just gonna stick this right here. All right, I'm gonna put this one away. This goes over here, I believe. Right here. I need this one. All right, so I need to do the other side, or like a reverse image. So you need to get something that covers this side. I'm trying to see if this one has, sorry, this one, it does. I don't know if it's gonna work because it has this thing cut out, so I might just use this big one maybe. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. This is this big huge one, but I should do. I haven't used this one. It's a newer one I got not too long ago. Actually, I don't remember how long ago. So basically, what you want to do is put this right there, and then you'll take the transparency. Like, oh, might as well use this one. Is it doing anything? And then you'll place your stamp on there. Let's line it up to the corner so we know we're always going to get the same stamping here. And then when you stamp, well, let's go over here. This corner, right? Yep. So, just making sure that's on there. Okay, I'm going to get, actually let's just use this again. And we're going to use black anyway, so, whoop. Not sure if I want the glittery black. It's like a silver glittery kind. It's the same one I used on this, I think. But these will be in the background. So I think maybe just the regular black. And then if I want them to stand out more, I could put some gold on it too. Okay, anyway. So you stamp this on here first and foremost. Seriously, just need to clean that off. And then you bring your stamp over, or it's the reverse side of the stamp, and then it should have that on there. I might need to take this thing off, so we're just going to do a practice one right now. On what you say? I'm not sure. I need some paper. Let me just grab this, I guess. enough. And then move this out of the way. Probably would have done a better job without that in the way, but it's supposed to do that. But it's too dry now. So I'm going to wipe it off. Comes right off. And we'll try that again. Maybe without this in the middle here. Okay. So I have my little lion there. Ink them back up. Not gonna worry about that. Just make sure I have placement there. And then grab that off. And then you can, well, seriously, this is why we do trials. It should come off there. But that's not looking like I want it. I'd like it more crisp, you know. Let's try it again. Yeah, like this. More like it. Just so I don't get the corners of the stamp thing. Maybe this guy just isn't that great of a stamp, huh? Try it. Hard to imagine. It is kind of like blurry looking. I'm gonna see if mayhap that's just the stamp. Put this to the side for a second. I'm trying to think if I use so I can use this ink, let it dry on the tissue paper. Then I could flip it around and it would still look like just the same stamp but turned around. Let me try it. Let's try it. How about we try it? All right, so we got this one. I think this is gonna go. Nope, the cover won't put ink on there, Cynthia. That does look good. I'm gonna do the stuff on here first. I got too much stuff on my desk. Where did you come from? Move these stamps out of the way. There we go. And then I put my finger in it, of course. Okay. Put that to the side. We need another piece. Maybe we'll do, can we get 2 on here? Yeah, probably. Okay. And then the other one right there. Of course, I get some on the table. So we have that. So it look like on the other side. Still looks really cool. I'm just trying to see that if you ink it completely, if it will go through the other side. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Whoopsie daisies. A lot of what ifs here. Okay, I'm gonna put it on this side and see if it holds it. If not, no harm done. I think it did hold it. That's cool. Put this over here for now. Okay, let's see if that worked. It did. Did I just find out something new here? Guys, it worked. So I stamped on this side, and since this is so thin, it goes all the way through to the other side, and I was able to do a mirror image. Isn't that cool? That is so exciting. I'm so excited. Yay.